How will we know when we're on?
We're on.
Oh, we're on? I'm not just Hi, everybody. I'm John Heath Clark. If you can hear me, give us a shout out on the chat. Welcome to Dice, Drinks, and Drama. I see myself now. This is our first foray into trying this out on the internet. Real quick, we're all going to introduce ourselves, and I'll talk about a couple of things, and then we'll get going. So first, hi, I'm John Heath Clark. Been running role-playing games for about 22 years. Really excited to do my first digital performance. Let's say hi. Let's start with Walker and Summer. Devren is Walker and Summer. Introduce yourself.
Hi guys, my name's Devren. I'm playing Walker and Summer, a Tabaxi rogue. I started my D&D career maybe about a year ago, so I'm fairly new, and I'm really excited to do this with you guys. This is going to be fun. Finnegan.
Hi, my name's Carter Scott Horton. I'm playing Finnegan Berry Bramble, who is a stout halfling fighter. Used to be a sailor, and now he's just, on the road looking for adventure, trying to get a name for himself that's a little bit bigger than his great grandpappy's. I think I may have added one too many greats. Bilmer Ray Berry Bramble. Off to Gwyn, right?
Yeah,
if
sure.
I'm doing this correctly.
So I'm Victoria Priano. I've been playing D&D for about a decade and a half. I am publishing content on Friday to the DM's Guild, and I am playing Guinevere Grovehart, a hermit who's now searching for her only source of entertainment once it left the woods.
Hello.
Drow.
You're drow.
Yeah. Which brings us to Skimmerhorn.
Hello, I'm Zëk Stewart. I'm playing Skimmerhorn, a drunken master tiefling who is out searching for purpose and meaning in his life. He used to be an absolute drunk and then was sent to become a monk, where he learned to harness both his powers. Now he's searching for any family he has left behind after his home city, Galabras, was destroyed in a volcano explosion.
Indeed. All right, let's talk about a couple things. So first, we have a Ko-fi. There is a link in the chat, but it's ko-fi.com/dice drinks and drama. If you'd like to tip us, we would love that and would very much appreciate it. And that's the way to do it. We'll have a Patreon set up probably this time next week, and look for more news about when this continues. The Hex Discord has a live chat ongoing. They're doing a viewing party. If you want to chat with folks outside of the Twitch chat, that's a good place to do it. And yes, I want to acknowledge something that's being said in the Twitch chat right now. Indeed, our names are all switched on the overlay. We'll figure that out probably during our break or for next week.
We'll fix it for the break. Sorry about that.
For right now, we trust in your intelligence as the audience to figure out who is who. Two more things. Technical difficulties to be expected. This is our first foray into really doing this online. Some of us might get cut out. Some of us might get knocked out. Some of us might not be heard. We'll handle it, and we thank you for your patience. Hopefully it'll go smoothly. The second thing is we are all at home. I can't speak for the rest of my cast, but I have a rambunctious cat, and she will not be ignored sometimes. So I might be villainously stroking a cat during moments of this. That might happen, and loved ones might walk in. Who knows? Welcome to Coronavirus Online. Let's get started. So our group, last we heard from them, they discovered that Skimmerhorn's theoretically dead wife, Marina, was in fact only dead in theory and is indeed alive, somewhere in the Corsair Islands, far to the west. They are journeying by caravan with their trusty companion, Snorfizeldax, who's thankfully running the horses and not bothering them while they sit in the back, while they discuss recent events and what they want to do next. Let's go over to them.
Oh, I am so glad Snorfizeldax is running the horses instead of running his mouth. Am I right?
All right, no, don't say his name. You might summon him.
You're right.
Shh. is Crass?
Who is
What
what?
we're talking about? I always say for Crass' sake, you know, like Kris, but I don't know who Crass is.
I thought he was like your uncle or something.
I thought so too. I should find out about that. Sorry, I get distracted. What were we saying? Oh, the lizard that shall not be named, right?
The worst lizard.
I think he's gotten a little bit better. I'm not gonna lie. His songs
I was a
are
little confused.
a little, marginally. I'm just saying. You know, he looks up to us. We should not constantly bully him. Is all.
It's not a bully thing. It's more of a
hazing, right?
Yeah.
Just teach him how to be a better person. You know, a little.
A little less. A little more.
I mean,
here,
okay. I just, I want to put it out there. I don't think
he's a wonderful member.
He
is a wonderful member of this party, just like everyone else. He's almost as tall as you, so like it's like we have 1, 2, 3, still three members in this party. Oh wait, I forgot to count me. It's 4.
Yeah, hey, actually, aren't you the same height?
While we're sitting here and enjoying drinks in the middle of this caravan, why don't we take a second to talk about what each of us looks like for some potential new viewers. Why don't we start with Walker and Summer? Walker, what do you look like?
Well, Walker has some of the most glistening onyx black fur that you've ever seen in your whole entire life. His eyes, they shine gold. He has a very regal appearance about himself, and he's also, a cat. It's very fun. He's taller than he's the second tallest member of this party. I think Skimmerhorn's taller than
yes.
That's a good segue. Let's talk about the tallest member of our party, Skimmerhorn. What do you look like?
So I am a tiefling with a scraggly beard and a semblance of very loose clothing, very lithely built, super skinny. Would not look like they would do well in a fight, but they got that dexterity though. They're 7 foot tall, quite tall, exceedingly tall. That's with their horns, which they only have one of left because they sawed one of them off in a fit of drunken self-hatred and discovered halfway through that really hurts, that's actually a part of your body.
He's tall. Is it a gangly, harmless sort of tall?
Yeah.
Are people intimidated by him?
People are intimidated largely because he looks like a demon, even though he's that tall. So, yeah.
Great. Speaking of the tallest member, let's shift over to the shortest. Who is our shortest member, and what does he look like?
Well, that would, I suppose, be Finnegan Berry Bramble. He's about 100 pounds. He's a halfling, which is sort of similar to a hobbit, if anyone knows Lord of the Rings. They're small folk. They're very kind, jolly people. He's basically as pale as I am. Blonder hair and browner eyes, if that's somehow possible. And he is definitely not 3'10". He's definitely 4'10". And he gets very upset if anyone says he's shorter than that. And if anyone brings out a ruler, he will break it.
And now
that's Finnegan.
We're just tightest person in our party. The lovely Guinevere. What does Guinevere look like?
Guinevere has very matted brown moss and just a bunch of stuff in her hair. It's a varying length. She kind of cuts it when it's a little too unruly. She has a bit of a mutation on her face, which is a collection of moss and growth that kind of extends down through the rest of her body as well. And she's about 5'6", 5'7", a little bit gaunt but stout at the same time. Her face is caved out, but the rest of her body is a little bit more voluptuous. And she's about 236 years old.
Great. Awesome. So, what you guys might want to discuss is how you're going to get a boat across the Great Sea to the Corsair Islands. It's a distance. I might have a couple options, but I would love to hear what my party thinks about finding a boat before I offer them. So what do you, discuss amongst yourselves your plans for finding a boat to cross the sea.
Well, you know, this is, I don't know how much we don't talk about our past. We got kind of this whole, like, mysterious vibe going on, and I'm trying to keep up with that. But I guess it is, you should know, I used to be a sailor, actually.
Are you opening up?
A little bit. Not really. This is like business.
Okay.
Well, you are low to the ground, so probably very good on the seas, you know?
Y'all are...
No, it's a compliment. You're probably very
It
good.
is not a
I will topple over
Do you want my information
like
or
a
not?
tree.
'Cause
Like,
you
sure.
know what? You go find you off.
No,
Go,
please,
go.
Sea Legs. We need you. We need you, Sea Legs. It's okay. It's
Okay, now sea legs I kind of like. I'm not
All
gonna
right,
lie.
sea legs, I
That's
like
there you go. I
There
know
you
what you're
go.
doing with it, but it still rings good. Anyways, I used to be a sailor, so you know, there's a chance I had a captain. He's an elf. I'm pretty sure he's still in Port-a-illumé, or however you fancy people say it. You know, Port
And
City.
He likes you, correct?
Yeah. His name is Nengelon Calathil. He
Does
told me what.
anybody know?
What
him?
a mouthful.
Yeah, he's a little snooty.
Thank you so much, Carter. Let's try that again. Can you say that name again for me?
What the Nengalon?
Nengelon Calathil.
Galley.
I'm not. Now he tried. It's beautiful, elvish stuff that I don't really get. Now, from what I understand, though, it's basically his name is the story of how he was, made. It means water passion in moonlight.
Oh.
So, yeah, he's
Whoa.
a fan of the ladies too.
I see.
Well,
Yeah.
So that's one idea. One idea is connecting with Finnegan's old buddy, right?
mhm.
What does anybody in the group have another idea?
I could always enlist on a any sort of ship offering passage to that area.
Yeah, there's got to be some sort of, I don't know,
Yeah, that might,
package going there, something like that.
Yeah, I don't mind
can-
swabbing a few decks, climbing some ropes, swinging across the seas.
It'd be good exercise. I
mean,
need to
we'll-
go out, stretch my paws.
we could do that with.
Great. And then
Mango.
on the Twitch stream, there is a suggestion of becoming pirates, stealing a boat, a small boat, using it to steal a larger boat, and then taking that larger boat across the ocean. I don't know if any of you like that and want to express your favor for that in character and pretend like it wasn't Tortuga Man and Ergface's idea. So who wants to take credit for Tortuga Man and Ergface's idea?
So we could always, you know, we don't have to sign up. We could just steal the boat, just take it. Small boat,
Wait,
very small boat,
no.
and then
Or
sail
we're not
out.
going to be able to. I'm a sailor, all right. We're not going to be able to sail across the ocean in a small boat.
well, that's the idea.
Well,
We sail out.
Guinevere, you've been here for like, I don't know, centuries. 7 of them, I think.
I thought it was just
the
2.
smell. Don't you know how to like tie ropes or something?
I'm not so good at tying ropes per
Uh-huh.
se, but I might be helpful in grossing people out and procuring a boat.
All right, we've got options.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're going to return this, but if we, I'm saying I've got a friend, but if you guys all wanted to do this, we're going to return the boat.
Well,
Right.
we know. Finnegan,
I'm not.
we are
I'm
also
cool
your
with
friends,
borrowing. I'm not
so-
cool with stealing.
And I don't think I would give you my boat if I had
Same.
one. So we might need the option.
To
Like,
borrow.
you only have so many friends, so I would say borrow would be a good option.
Yeah, and like Nengi, he's a good guy. He wouldn't let me just have the boat. He would go with us, which is a whole thing. He's a little.
Is he strong?
He's just he's got a very strong personality. I'll tell you that.
Oh,
right
okay.
now.
Is he a swashbuckling type?
He likes buckles on his clothes.
Would he be able to help in combat?
Lots of buckles, lots of belts. I don't think so.
Okay.
All right, everybody. So, we're gonna try our. So one of the things we do in live performances is by a show of hands. We actually have the audience choose the direction the party goes in. So you guys, it's actually interactive. So, 3 options. I really have heard 3 options. The options are find Nengalan Galathil. So enlist or piracy. So starting now, everybody in the chat, we're going to take like 30 to 45 seconds to let you guys all vote on the chat which path they should take. All right. So I can assume Tortuga Man is pro pirate. Emerald Bonnie is also pro pirate.
Piracy.
Yep. We'll give another couple seconds to see if anybody else. I know I agree, Emerald Bonnie. Yeah, so pirates.
Oh, we should look at it.
We're always morally ambiguous, and now it will just not be ambiguous anymore.
We need this boat.
All right. So you need to find a boat. You were approaching Port-a-illumé, and when you Snorfeezeldax, the adorable kobold bard, pokes his head in and says, "Friends,
Nah.
look outside! So beautiful! Yes!" And indeed, you look out and you see the glittering port city, the port of lights, Port-a-illumé. The city is the pieces of the city you can see from here are built out of giant crystalline structures that catch the sun and create glorious kaleidoscopic rainbows. There's a special giant mirror built to catch that orbits during the day to catch the sun wherever it is and siphon it through the promenade. So it's always, when there's daylight, showing glorious, glittering rainbows and magnificent colors. However, the nature of this moving platform also covers up the poor district that moves and grinds along right behind it. And that district, called the Shades, La Penumbra, sometimes, is literally always in darkness. So the poor section of the city is literally denied light at all times. It is a festering stinkhole of crime, but at no fault but the rich folks who literally want the sun to shine on them at all times. This mostly is a center of culture on the continent, in all of Telenis, in fact, and is widely considered one of the most democratic and egalitarian cities, despite the huge difference between the poor and the rich. So you need to find a boat. Where? With whom? What are your thoughts? As you approach the city, you could try to see if there's rich folks that have a boat that's available. You could see if there's a pirate crew that you could steal their boat from. I'm looking up the name of one of the districts real quick. There's always the docks that have a name that I have not written down. But there's the docks. Additionally, there's the Société d'Esoterique, which is the University of Science and Magic, and they might have some sort of hyper-technological boat that you can steal and become steampunk pirates.
Ooh.
So,
steampunk pirate. Sorry, that was out of character.
That idea.
Yeah.
So we'll assume that you guys know enough about Port-a-illumé to discuss this, and we'll give it up to the internet again in a moment. But why don't we first start with what your thoughts are between those? Stealing from the rich, stealing from the poor, or rather the working class, and stealing from the university.
All right. Well, look. Here's the thing. If we're gonna, since my back's to the wall and we gotta borrow a boat, why don't we borrow a pirate's boat? Because they're,
Heavily armed. What?
well, yeah, but like
Struggling
they're
to
not
make a living.
the best people.
But
Who are we to
academics
judge,
will
really?
Put up a fight.
I agree. Look, academics, they have so much money, they have so much going around, they have such a
What if
living
they
they
haven't
live in.
figured it out though? What if we go in and we go, all right, cool, up and away, and it blows up, and we
Okay.
go away.
What a beautiful end that would be. What a
You don't wanna
absurd
see
way
a
to
what?
live. No, that's the cool thing about it. Nothing matters.
Yeah.
We're all going to
What?
die.
Stop
What if
drinking.
we-
It's too early.
Go in style, though. I don't understand why we don't just. I mean, there's got to be plenty. Do you see the beauty of this city? Imagine the boats.
They're
They-
probably the fastest, actually.
And they are fully stocked with, I don't know, probably cheeses, maybe a wine or two. I don't know. We should probably find them. I don't. They're rich. They'll buy another one.
Well, yeah, but I guess it is better. I mean, so here's the dilemma. We steal a prototype, borrow.
Mhm.
We borrow from the rich, and then they buy a new one, or we borrow from pirates who end up stealing from the rich, right? So honestly, if we borrow from the pirates, we sort of get a new economy going. We're helping out the working class by creating opportunities.
By-
for jobs.
I wouldn't stealing from the rich do the same thing? Wouldn't they also buy a place and then that adds to the economy?
It's trickle down boatonomics.
Oh, you saw this in the chat too.
I
Oh.
did. I did, and I thought it was
so
hilarious.
good. It was so good.
That's all I'm saying is like, look, if I gotta steal from people, I might as well steal from bad people.
And from the chat, yes.
And the chat. Look, Carter is a thief. Finnegan is not. There's a difference.
Any arguments in favor of the university?
I still think we could get a lot more out of it if we steal from the university. Possibly learn more about steering the ship. I believe
Also-
you, Finnegan. I really do. But, you can hardly,
Oh.
size up to the...
Somebody
Well,
better call me sea legs before I pull out my rapier. I swear.
I assume that.
Well, I'm
I
sorry,
would have
sea
to,
legs.
hold you
Thank
at
you.
the steering wheel or something.
I can reach.
No.
Oh, I
Okay.
didn't know.
But you
I
have to
didn't
see
know.
over the steering wheel to... Sorry, I'm not trying to say you can't...
Our lovely, friendly internet folks, let's do one more vote, and then the action will get going. So starting
Right.
now, vote for either the university, the rich, or the pirates to steal from.
University, please.
We'll see what you have to say on the Twitch chat.
University.
Gwyneth
Yeah.
Pierce
We got one
College
university.
Fund.
Pirates. Steal
All
from the
right.
pirates.
I want to be rich.
Pirates could have just as much money as the university. Probably more.
Pirates
okay?
have rotten food sometimes. I don't
University,
wanna eat
university.
rotten
They're in port.
University.
Four universities.
Steampunk.
Seems great. All right. So you travel to the
Thank you,
Sisyphus
Slime
Estuary.
Revolution.
You walk through the city, and you, and especially Guinevere, get some side eye. But Guinevere has two things going against her. First, the casual racism of human communities, which is that there's a drow walking around, right? And Skimmerhorn gets some of that too. The tiefling drow combo has people going to the point that nobody even notices the tabaxi and the halfling, right?
Mm.
But
Rude not to notice.
Port-a-illumé is fancy. Port-a-illumé thinks it's better than everywhere else, and as a result, they really don't like the uncivilized. And so, they are giving the deep side eye to Guinevere due to her mossy and unkempt and uncivilized nature. In fact, as they're walking down the street, you all see one of the parents of a middle class. They're not from the shades, but they're not hoity-toity, saying, "And this is why you must go to school, because otherwise you might end up like her," they say, pointing at Guinevere. You all hear this. They don't try to hide it. Do you ignore it and keep going, or do you say something?
Well, the smart thing to do would be to ignore it and keep going. But somebody has an intelligence of 6.
Hi.
Hey, wow, now, whoa, now, wait a minute, man. What did you just say?
Excuse me, you should not talk to your elders in such a way, young boy.
Elders? How old are you?
I am 32.
All right, now I want you to listen up to me. Could you calm down? I hate to yell at you since you're so
you're okay.
Hoity-toity.
As you're doing that, you notice.
Oh. Lost your sound.
But they definitely see some rough and tumble adventurer yelling at one of them.
Guys, hold on. We're losing sound. Hold on.
Automatically notice it.
Okay.
Why don't you
Okay,
check
cool.
that again?
Hold on. Let's see what happened. Still can't hear you.
Nope. Okay, cool. So, never mind. All right.
All right, now you're back.
Hoity-toity. Okay, now looky here. This fine elf.
The stream's going to shit. Hold on, let me get out of one of these.
Magic that would everything you need in school. Little man, look at me. You do what you want.
Mr. Bear.
Dreams, and if your dreams are like mine, you're gonna.
Man, you're doing some amazing shit. I can't hear a sound of it.
Finnegan.
Sorry.
It's okay. Finnegan, can you make an intimidation check?
Okay, cool. Now we're back, I think. I think we're good.
Make an intimidation check with advantage, please.
Okay. That was good.
Sorry, we were on the stream. I was the... Go on. Let me see.
I rolled the 16 both times, so 18.
18?
Yeah.
Great. The woman says, yes, of course. Do not touch me with your filthy little hands. And the boy goes, I can cast spells if I look like moss person?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's when the woman grabs her child, starts hustling him away, and one of the guards, dressed in silver and gold finery, with a halberd that glitters with silver. Is there something the problem, little sir?
No.
The answer?
Nothing's the problem, shiny monster.
Please excuse my my little cousin.
Oh,
He's
no, we're
lost...
just throwing adjectives that don't need to be added on to think I could just be a sir.
Or my little... It's okay. He's
What did you just say?
Shush. Sea legs, not the time.
Okay. No, sir, there's no problem. I was just having a friendly conversation with that woman and her child and inspiring him to pursue the arcane arts.
We accept
Of living in a cave?
City of Lights, but we accept some less than others. You would be wise to watch your tongue around the true citizens of the city. Good day, Halfling. He turns and begins to walk away.
I mean, at least
Wait,
they're honest about their bigotry.
Hey, Walker, before he goes, you want to tie his shoes together, like, really quick?
Oh, absolutely.
Great. All right. This is the story of how, on their way to a boat, the Dice Drinks and Java crew were killed by the guards of Port-a-illumé. All right. Make a stealth check. Difficulty is 12. Walker
Oh, you got it.
11.
11.
What? Plus 10?
Plus 10.
Don't you have proficient? Don't you have like expertise?
What do you have? What?
I said I have a 7 here. It rolled a 4. That's 11.
Yours should be. You should have expertise in it. It should be +9.
Oh shit. 13 then.
13, great. So you're right behind the guard. We just leveled up to 4, everybody. We're still learning ourselves. You sneak up right behind the guard. You're crouched right behind him, sneaking down the city street. A couple street urchins are pointing and like looking at you, like yeah. They are full of excitement. They're not saying a word. They're all like, "All right, you're gonna make a sleight of hand check with advantage to tie these shoes. The difficulty is 15.
It's what?
15, but you have advantage. Remember, roll 2 dice.
What'd you get?
You know what?
I rolled a 19, so it's fine.
Yeah.
I thought it was a 20.
The 2 laces of the guard are tied together, and he goes, BAM! And goes, out to my face, and my beautiful friend.
Oh my god, sir, your feet. Are you okay?
Yeah! And he says, you saw this. Oh, I need you to make an acrobatics check to cat leap out of the way and be nowhere nearby when he turns around.
All right.
You'll be 10.
So, 17.
Great. So he goes, look at this! And there's there's nobody on the street anywhere near him. Oh, damn my shoelaces! This is ridiculous! It was you, wasn't it?
No, he went over there. I saw him.
You halflings are so sneaky and so stealthy and not very fast. So I thought, how did you do this?
Because I didn't. Maybe you're just prejudiced, sir.
Make an intimidation check with disadvantage. One from persuasion with advantage.
Wait, with disadvantage?
Disadvantage.
Just because I called him out. That's a 12.
He says, you are being watched. You shall have an armed escort. Throughout this city now, he blows a whistle and several other guards appear, and he says, on orders of Captain Fontaine, make sure that these miscreants are watched at all times while they walk about the nicer parts of the city.
I don't know. It's kind of like we have an entourage now.
Yeah, I was like, this might not be a bad thing. So I got...
Wait, just a second. So those guards look obviously uncomfortable. They know their captain, who you just messed with, is not the best about non-humans and non-natives. And they are, so they say, hello, where may we escort you to? They are clearly going to watch you because they have to, but they're not all assholes.
Yeah. I was going to be like, I want to befriend the working class. Let's start a proletariat revolution. Hello, good sirs. Where are the Wait, where are we going?
The university.
We're going to the university.
Oh. Where is the university?
Of course. One of the finest places for traveling adventurers to go. Why don't you follow us, and we will make sure your stay is both comfortable and protected.
Oh, thank you, good sirs.
Well,
what are your
you.
names, by the way? What can we call you?
I hate it when you do this to me.
I'm so
the one guard that speaks, because the rest are silent, don't make me do it, is Sebastian. And Captain.
You said Gracian?
I heard Rastafarian.
Sebastian.
All right. Sea bass. I like that. They call me sea legs, and now we got a sea bass.
White mouth.
Yeah. He says, my name is Sebastian, and it is my honor to guide you through the city. I am not allowed to apologize for my captain. I am absolutely not allowed to do such a thing, and I will not.
And we would never ask you to, Sebastian.
No, nor would I say thank you for not offering such an apology.
Indeed. So he walks you through the promenade, which is the government, the fanciest section of the city. It's built over a cove with a coral reef underneath, and the ground is made out of pure see-through stone, magically altered. So it's as strong as stone would be, but it's magically altered to be perfectly translucent. And the water itself is so translucent you can see 30 feet down to the bottom, where the coral reef is filled with all manner of anemone and clownfish. It's glorious and gorgeous. And surrounding you are all the main buildings. There's the Capitol building. There's the Grand Opera House. There's the Gilded Lily, which is the finest establishment of the area. You see a small gnome gesturing people to come into the Gilded Lily. It's a very fancy schmancy place. But you're going to Société d'Esoterique, and as you arrive there, there is it is a darker glass, purple, black, obsidian, mysterious. Its name means the Society of the Esoteric, and any manner of magic, science, other sorts of learning are available at this place. There's a huge information desk behind which sits a large woman that is of an indeterminate age, but older than 40. Pimpled, angry, large glasses, and she says, "Welcome to the Société d'Esoterique. What can I do for you?"
Hello, my fine young friend. How are you doing there today?
You must be talking to someone else. There are no fine or young people or friends here.
Well, I only see one person, so it has to be you, my dear.
Make a persuasion check. No, this is deception. Make a deception check.
I fancy her. She could be cute.
She's not. Make a deception check.
18.
Sorry?
18.
18? You are a delight. Your words are full of lies, but they are very sweet lies, and I appreciate.
You're welcome, my dear, my dear. I do have a question for you. Me and my friends are wondering if there's any information here about, I don't know, technologically advanced boats.
Oh, no.
No.
Oh, God. You're not here to see Snock Finkelbottom, are you?
I think I remember that name, yes. Right? Aren't we trying to see him about a boat?
Yes, old Finky, yes, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, of course. This is exactly the sort of colorful friends that he invites in.
About his boat issues.
Room 21C. Take the lift to the left to the 21st floor. He's in the third room, 21C.
You have been a delight. And I take her hand and I kiss it.
Make
and
a
I rub it.
persuasion check.
All right. That is a 6.
He says, "Watch it, mister. That's about as much disingenuous love as I can take."
This is why I don't cry.
Looks at you and says, "That was well done. Look, you clearly have business. Just please, I will wait down here while you go upstairs. Just don't try to give me the sneak around that will get me in trouble with my boss."
Oh, no, never, Seabass. You're a cool guy. Sebastian, I'm sorry. I don't mean to.
Sebastian, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's not going to work off the tongue.
All right.
Sorry.
So, you travel up the elevator 21 floors, and you come to a wild and crazy laboratory. As you enter, I would like you all to roll initiative, as there are a number of mephits flying around. There is a little gnome with a butterfly net desperately trying to catch them. and he says, oh goodness, as he tweaks his giant mustache. My mephits, they have escaped. Oh my goodness, please help me. Everybody please roll initiative as we try to catch these mephits. The mephits
I got 13.
21.
21? Jesus.
I'm at 22.
Nice. That's 22 for Walker.
Yeah.
13 for Gwen.
13 for Gwen.
Also a 13 for Finnegan.
I'm going to have Finnegan go after Gwen.
I got a 16
and a
for
16
Skym.
for Skym. All right, so there are fire mephits flying through the air. They're burning important research material. There's bubbling things about on the floor or on various different desks. All sorts of alchemical materials. It's clear they could explode at any moment.
Oh.
It's not done. So, let me get my book. We have Walker and Summer going first. What you gonna do?
Do I look around? Do I see anything I can capture a method with?
There's a big glass jug on a nearby table.
Okay, great. So, with cat-like precision, I grab the jug and I try to capture the closest method I can find. Immediately.
Great. So you swing over, grab the jug, and you're going to try to catch a method in the jug. Roll a pack roll using your dexterity and proficiency, which for you would be +7.
That is 14.
14? Great.
Yes.
You swing and grab the magma method, or the fire method. It goes, yeah! It's a tiny little angry red imp covered in flame. It starts scratching the sides of the jug. Make a sleight of hand check to capture it.
21.
21. 4 mephits remain. You have 1 in a jar. All right, the mephits are going now. The one of the mephits is going to breathe fire at you. I need you to make so it's going to breathe fire at Walker and Summer. Can you make a DC 11 Dex saving throw?
12.
12? Great. You leap out of the way and take 3 fire damage as you're slightly singed. The rest of you are breathed at by another fire method. It burns at you. I need the other 3 of you to make DC 11 Dex saves.
+5. Wait. +6 now.
10.
10.
I'm good. 18.
10?
10 on both of us.
18.
Yeah.
And 18!
So if you fail, you take 7. If you pass, you take 3.
7? Okay.
Great.
Okay.
The other 2 methods are swinging forward at Walker and Summer and slashing at him. Walker, what is your armor class?
17.
You are clawed once by the fire method for 2 more fire damage.
These things, get them.
The good news is, while they are aggressively attacking you, they are not burning up lab material. Though, the one that fired, since you dodged out of the way, one of the lab tables is indeed on fire. If somebody doesn't put it out, at the end of the round, it will explode. All right, that brings us to Skimmerhorn.
Cool. I want to grab a glass beaker, like a cylinder, and jump and grab one of those boys and pin it to the ground if I can, with the glass beaker.
Great. So, sorry, you're going to pin it to the ground with the glass beaker?
Yeah.
Great. Roll an attack roll. AC is 11. Use your dex.
Yeah. Plus my proficiency. 1 sec. It's 11.
Great. You grab it and it's squirming. No, let me out, says the imp. Roll a sleight of hand check to get that into the jar.
Okay. +4.
Incidentally, this is the official picture of a magma method for our folks at home.
Little thing of things.
It's gonna be a 6.
A 6. So you've got it in your hand, but not in the jar, so it's still going to be able to attack you.
Okay.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
But got it. You're holding it.
Great. If I'm holding it, then I'm going to run towards the window and try to shove him out eventually. But I'm moving towards the window.
Sure. If you use your flurry of blows, I'll let you shove it out this turn.
Sure. I will use a key point. Cheers. To use flurry of blows. Cool.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
So you use your Drunken Master speed to lurch because of the Drunken Master ability. You don't take any attacks of opportunity from the other methods. You make your way to the window, open it, shove it out, and close the window. It scratches, realizes it's free, and goes freedom, and flies away.
Okay.
Good enough.
2 methods remain, and it's time for Finnegan. No, sorry, it's time for Finkel. Finkel is going to swing his net and miss with a 1. The net goes flying, shatters a beaker of acid that begins to melt on the floor. No, he says. That brings us to Guinevere.
Yeah.
What you doing?
So I'm going to utilize one of the houseplants that's probably just right in the opening near the elevator and kind of grab a few of them with Entangle.
Great.
I'm going to go for the one closest to me.
Great. Entangle's actually area of effect. I'll let you potentially capture 2 of the remaining 3. Cool. Dex saves. What's your dex save DC?
My dex save DC should be 2 plus 2.
What's your wisdom modifier?
My wisdom modifier is plus 3.
Great. So the dex save DC is 13, which means one of them passes and one of them fails. One of the fire methods is wrapped up and trying to escape as it's wrapped up in vines. It needs to be put in something, but right now it's not going to burn anything. All right, Finnegan, you are the last chance to not have this table explode.
Yeah, all right. So I guess is there any way I could use my movement to like go grab the net on my way to take out this?
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah, cool. So I sort of like
scoop up the net with your environment action. You got the net, but there's a table on fire. What do you want to do about it?
Well, I run towards it, and I don't have anything really except a shield. So I guess I'll just like take my shield and sort of try to mash it down.
Great.
And like kill the fire that way.
Make an athletics or acrobatics check with advantage due to your tool.
Oh, definitely acrobatics.
Bludgeon the fire to death. Do it.
Man, every time you ask me to roll for advantage, I get 2 16s. That's a 22.
Great. You put out the fire. The table will not explode. All right. We're at the top of the next round. I wanna talk out a question from the audience. Was to Skimmerhorn. What are you drinking for your key points?
Largely gin. It's mostly gin.
And indeed, at level 4, he has 4 key points. I can't wait until we're level 16 and he's doing combat.
Drunken Master, man. I gotta live through it.
Exactly.
Why did you sound like Shaggy? Yeah, man.
I can't believe it, guys.
The next round, Walker and Summer. It's
no. Press F for stream.
Sorry?
The stream went down for like a second. I think it's back up again.
F's in the chat, boys.
Hold on, give it another second. It's getting scared. Let's just chill for a minute.
We're gonna chill for a minute. Hi, everybody. We're chilling for a minute.
I think we're good. Whatever, we'll keep moving.
Thought we were chilling.
I don't know. Anybody else watching it? Is it still working?
It's buffering.
Oh, it's yeah.
Let's wait.
So we'll wait. Be ready to go, Walker and Summer. Know what you want to do.
All right. There's another.
Try open up Twitch again. Someone else let me know when we're extant again.
We're
back.
We're back. Tortuga Man.
Get
I
back
feel like
to
Tortuga is somebody I know, but I don't know them. So I'm just gonna be happy for our hero Tortuga Man. All right. It's a little laggy, but hopefully still understandable. We'll find out. Walker in Summer, let's do the thing.
All right, so there's got to be like a blanket or something on the ground, or anyway, this place is wild. I'm gonna throw something to hopefully capture it, like in a net, you know.
Great. So you go to capture you go to grab it. Can you make a perception check for me?
Eruption. What is that? 12. Where's that? 14. 14.
14.
Great. As you go to grab it, he says, "No, not that!" And then you see that it is indeed labeled Rug of Smothering. Stop yourself. You made your perception check. Do you prevent yourself from grabbing it?
I do.
You will not be smothered to death by the rug. Congratulations. It looks at you very, very disappointed as it sits there lying there.
As eyes.
Right.
Wait, is it a rug with eyes?
No, it's just a rug, but much like carpet in Aladdin, it's got emotions, and you can tell them. It's true.
Yeah, it wanted to kill me. I sensed it. I very
just
much sensed
hungry.
that.
So that rug's not going to work. There's still 2 methods at large.
Can I jump up and grab him with my teeth?
Yes. Make an attack roll with advantage for style.
Ooh, nice. 7. 21.
21. You grab the method in your teeth. It burns you a little. You're taking 1 fire damage. And he goes, "No! Don't eat me! Don't eat me! I'm not delicious!"
It's not eating. I'm just keeping you here.
What do you want to do with it? Do you want to try to shove it in something?
Can I shove it in with... Can I just, like, kind of...
You could throw it at the Rug of Smothering and hope the rug wraps it up.
Well, wouldn't that kill it? No. Can I just open the one glass and look them in there real quick?
You're going to spit it outside? Great. You run to the window, open it up, spit the method out, close the window. 1 method is left in the room, and it's going now.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to turn to the mass of research material and say, "Freedom! Burn!" And it's going to burn. It's going to shoot its flame breath all over the mass of research material and then fly out into the hallway to cause whatever amount of havoc it might. What does F? F means that we're not loved.
Oh, F means that chat's not working. I mean, the stream's kind of shitty. Is it bad?
It just froze.
It froze again?
Oh, we're buffering. We're super choppy.
I don't know what changed.
That's the internet for you. I don't know what changed.
All right, are we back?
Are we?
It's not buffering anymore.
So are we like, if I do this, does it look okay?
No.
No. It's buffering again. Once we complete this combat, I might do a little 10-minute break.
Okay.
So, which is 1 more action. Right? And that way we can rearrange everything.
Yeah. So, Tortuga Man says we're in and out.
Hey, everybody. Apparently we're back. We're going to take a little 10-minute break in a minute once we get this last method under control. So Skimmerhorn, the final method has run outside. Now you guys could just let this method go and wreak havoc in the university, or you could earn some brownie points and try to grab it.
Well, if I don't grab it, everything burns, right, in the room?
No, there is research material on fire in the room.
Mm-hmm.
And the method that set it on fire ran out the open door into the rest of the university and is going to try to cause mayhem and chaos there. You could let the university handle it, or you can handle it yourselves.
I'll do it. I'm going to run out there. I'm going to grab him. And I want to stumble, grab him, and then shove him into a water fountain. I'm assuming nearby. Like press the button and shove him under.
Sure, I love that there's a water fountain. Great. Make a attack roll.
Okay. Yeah. It's 11.
11. You grab the method and shove it in our. Steam is going everywhere. The method goes out. It looks like a very sad piece of coal. Do you want to? There's a little piece of cloth nearby. You can wrap it up in. Fingerbottom says, my goodness gracious me, bring them in, and let's put them inside these beakers that they escaped from. I was trying to use them to power my decombobulator, but of course, they escaped, and you came at just the right moment. Will you put them into the glassware, please? Do you all do so?
Yeah, we do.
Great. My word, you have done me such an incredible favor. I don't quite know how I can repay you, but why don't we discuss that in exactly 10 minutes, after we all take a rest, yes? Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Dice, Drinks, and Drama. We have our special guest star right now, Princess. She will definitely be very concerned that I'm not paying attention to her, so she will be interrupting. All right, so... For now, though, we have just gotten into the office of Snark Finkelbottom and his crazy methods that are now all in jars. He's frantically putting out his research material, has done so, and turns back to the party and says, I cannot thank you enough. I cannot believe that this all happened all at once, and you were here to save the day. I owe you so much. But first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Professor Snark Finkelbottom, gnomish artificier extraordinaire, and he strokes his gigantic mustache. It's a big white mustache that comes up to here. He's otherwise bald, and you get the impression that it's mostly having been singed, and he's done something to maintain this mustache. But what are your names, if I may be so bold?
You can, but I'm Morgan Summer. This is my friends Finnegan, Skimmerhorn, and Guinevere. So everybody say hi to the nice man who
what's
knows
in
a
this
lot about boats.
jar? Sorry, is this alcohol? It smells like alcohol.
Skym, not
What?
It is indeed alcohol. It is elemental alcohol, exceedingly. I would know.
Oh, that's good.
A Constitution saving throw, Skimmerhorn.
Sure.
As you drink rubbing alcohol.
I was gonna say it's gotta be
Nice.
ethanol, man.
That's a 19.
19. All right, you survive.
good.
But you are drunk. You are poisoned. You have disadvantage at all skill checks.
That's what I'm looking for.
So, he goes, oh, well, you're not dead, so there's that.
Oh.
Here, let me whip up, and he goes, and he pours some things together. This is a little bit of something that should clear right out for you, yeah? If you would be so kind as to drink this, and so you won't destroy other things. Do you drink it? Your condition is cured. Oh my goodness. What a stressful 10 minutes. I met you now. I owe you a favor, and but also, what brought you to my humble little office on the 21st floor?
Well, we're a little bit in the boat market, and we heard that you have something that may be a little unorthodox.
Oh, indeed I do. You must be referring to the Doomed Venture 7.
The Doomed?
My elemental speedboat contraption that uses bound methods and elementals to skim across the surface of the ocean lightning quick. Sometimes literally that was only Doomed Venture 4, but I'm sure Doomed Venture 5 worked. Not so much, but 7 I'm very confident in.
You've already called it doomed.
Well, sure.
There's been 6 others, and do any of the 6 others exist anymore?
No, but 5 got across the ocean.
All right.
Right. So there's that.
Can I call a team huddle?
Yeah. Let's talk for a second.
Sure.
Team huddle. Team huddle.
I squat.
You guys
Insurance options.
Do you guys? Yeah, we have other options. Do we want to?
No, that sounds amazing. Why not
maybe-
live a little?
You've got a death wish. It's not living.
No, I have a life
You're
wish. You only
You're
have
drunk.
If it works, we might get royalties.
So?
We might just be test subjects, you know.
Look.
And some of us don't want to be burned to a crisp in the middle of the ocean. I would rather be burned to a crisp, I don't know, on land, if I'm going to be. Maybe he has a doomed Venture 9 we can think about stealing instead. Hopefully. Maybe it only goes up to...
Maybe.
I feel like the risk is just as high going and trying to steal somebody's boat versus somebody giving it to us.
Yeah, I mean, I
us
guess
this,
we
or
don't
are
have to
stealing
steal
this
this
from-
one. That's true. That's true.
This is given to us, and then we could use it to, even if it doesn't work, or it does work, we can always just, take it and use it to steal a bigger boat.
Not if
Yeah?
we die in the process. Okay, whatever.
Oh, wait, hold on, Let's say we catch on fire, and then the boat comes by, and it goes, hey, help us, save us, and we get on the boat, and then we steal it.
I like that idea. I'm not
Yes!
going to lie.
I don't know what you've been drinking today, but it's put an interesting spirit in you, Skym. So put the ethanol down. There you go. There you
It's
go.
a
Balance it
balancing
out.
act.
Balance it out.
Yeah.
All right.
Uppers and downers, eh?
Mr.
Yes.
Gnome
My
Artificer.
name is Mr. Finkelbottom.
Mr. Finkelbottom. How could I forget such a beautiful name?
Thank you. Thank you very much indeed.
Mr. Finkelbottom, are you looking for test subjects to pilot?
Oh, my word, no. I'm looking for intrepid souls that are fond of adventure, but don't mind something a little bit unorthodox and perhaps a little bit dangerous. But such is life, yes?
You're an excellent salesman. We'll take it. I mean, we will help you test
We'll
it.
provide research data for you.
Yes.
The doomed Venture 7 is down by the docks. I shall bring you there forthwith. Do indeed, if you would be so kind as to, where's my, aha, yes, and he pulls out a little amulet with a eye on it. And he says, this was recently returned to me by an old acquaintance, and I would, so like to use it to observe your untimely, your successful venture. And so if you would be so kind as for one of you to wear this, I shall walk through it to see how the boat explodes and how the boat might explode. No, how well this goes.
I'll do it.
Lovely, my dear. If you could stoop down, I'm quite tiny. We're about the same height, actually, you and me, Mr. Finnegan.
Oh, you're 4'10" too.
Sorry?
You're 4'10" as well.
Oh, no, my goodness, no. Such height! No, indeed, I am 3'9".
So you're not the same height as me,
Oh,
then.
no, indeed, we're quite close. You know, I am a bit shorter. But
I'm 4'10".
Make an intimidation check.
That's a 19.
Whoa!
Oh, indeed. 4'10" it is. 4'10" it is. My goodness, I must have been wrong about myself, and you clearly know inches and math better than a scientist at the university. So there you are.
Let's hope that that's the only math you're wrong about, Finkelbottom.
Yeah,
Yes.
let's hope.
Indeed.
All
Women
right,
kneeling.
let's go get our new.
So he walks you down. It looks like a tiny little boat. It's made of metal with big glass tubes. On the front of it is a fire elemental, and on the back of it is several steam methods bound in large glass bubbles. And between the fire at the front pushing hot air back and the steam methods creating a windstorm, the boat moves at incredible speeds. This would easily be the fastest way to cross the ocean.
Have we left the university?
When Skimmerhorn, no, you're at the docks outside the university. It's like
okay. I just, I wanted to make sure that we're being honest to Sebastian. He seems like a cool guy.
So you are when you tap at it, one of the little steam efforts, was it the steam effort or the fire elemental that you tapped on, Skimmerhorn?
Oh, the big one at the very front of the ship, of course, the one I first saw. Yeah.
A skull of flame appears, and it exudes a fiery tongue that licks the inside of the sphere, and it looks at you with a burning hunger.
I also look at
that. Great. Look at that. And the skull turns like a very confused face and just goes back into the mass of flame.
Wink.
I don't know how they directed that. Oh, please don't lick the machinery. Is this the sort of thing I have to say? Please do not lick the machinery, any of you.
It's glass.
It's data. No.
Now you know how it reacts to sexual advances.
I would not advise sexual congress with a fire elemental. You will end up quite burnt.
I know, I was just fucking with it. Oop, there's the one.
There we go.
So, very well, that's where we are. Indeed. So, let's continue. So yes, there's a rudder here. Are any of you skilled in the nautical arts? Oh, good. My much taller than I friend. You are good. So there's just a rudder here. You do it. There's a little pedal that will incite the fire elemental, which will cause it to aggravate the steam efforts, which will allow the whole thing to move forward at ridiculous speeds. Yes?
Yeah. Slow down.
Slow down. Yes. So there is a way of doing that, and that is to cease pressing the pedal, at which point the fire elemental will cease being agitated, and therefore hopefully not aggravate the efforts, which will cause the boat to no longer go forward.
Wait, but what will calm down the elemental? Just not being pressed anymore?
Not being prodded, yes. So it takes some time to slow down, but it does slow down.
But we're moving at incredible speeds.
Indeed.
So I'm going to need to lay off the pedal like miles before my intended destination.
I don't know.
Or
it could
not.
be a really good.
You're saying it would be helpful. It would be helpful to have a braking mechanism of some sort.
Yeah. I think that may be important.
Yeah, put that in the market.
No, put it in the Mach 7.
All right, I have an idea. Just stay here. Don't touch. I mean, it's going to be your boat in a second, so touch anything you'd like, yes? I will be right back. And he shuffles up in his tiny little stubby legs upstairs. What, do you guys want to mess with the boat before he returns in any way?
I mean, look around a little bit. Is there any more downstairs?
I'm not touching anything.
No, it's a regular old steamboat. Not a steamboat, like a one of almost a modern speedboat.
Oh, a speedboat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's got enough room for 6 people. That's about it.
All right. Well, we could, we got Snorfiesel decks. We got room
That's
for
6.
one more. We could bring Seabass.
You think Seabass would come with us?
I think we should tell him that we're leaving and, on to a new adventure.
Yeah, and we'll steal him away, like in Infancy by pirates,
Yeah.
I'm sure he would come. He didn't like his boss very much.
I wanted to give him the option for, a different life. Seems nice.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we're in agreement.
So is somebody investigating the ship, or are you leaving it to?
I'll investigate the ship.
I was like, I assume the ship was.
That's an Arcana check.
Oh, I have +0 to that. Let's see how it goes. That's a nat 1. That's a nat 1.
You have no idea how this gosh darn contraption works.
Just once again tapping at the glass cages.
Fundamental claws at the edge, and he goes, "Indeed. So, Finkelbottom says as he returns, and he has an ice method in a jar.
Oh.
And he goes, I think we could introduce this as a quick stopgap measure to the fire elemental, and in such a case, the fire elemental would freeze over, the two of them would engage in a battle, until eventually the fire elemental won, but at that point it would no longer be aggravating the steam methods, which would therefore make the boat stop rather quickly once.
All right, so it's a one-time use break.
Yeah.
Every time we want to break, we have to capture an ice method.
No. Every time you want to break, you simply predetermine that by perhaps a few miles, cease placing on the pedal, and then the one time you need to do it like with less than a few miles, that is when you throw in the ice.
It's an emergency. All right. It's a spare.
Slightly unethical.
Yeah, well,
Oh yeah, but
you're gonna get into the ethics of this when you wanted to steal it from this man. I make sure that's very loud.
Say that again?
I never said stealing.
Oh
from him.
yeah, you
I
did,
was
Gwen.
for academic repossession.
What is what?
What is that?
What is that? What is academic
Not
repossession?
stealing.
Is that a repo man, but for academia? Is there a
Like,
specific?
we don't. I don't have an education, so I just repossess there. It works out well.
Okay,
I enjoy that.
I'll
All
take
right,
it.
that makes sense. I guess.
Great.
Yeah, so anyways, I don't think we should get into the ethics of it. And if you want to get into the ethics of it, you could stay here. You could take a philosophy class if you want to.
We do indeed have a lovely philosophy department.
Yeah. You really want to talk about ethics for the rest of your life?
Oh, no, I don't. I find it rather boring myself.
Yeah.
Ethics can be damned. But if you want to, you can talk about ethics to your heart's content.
I
I'm good.
That's what I thought,
agreed,
Gwen.
yes.
All right, so we'll kill the ass method if we need to.
Did you say S method?
Ass? It's my accent, man.
So you have a couple options. You can talk to Seabass, you can talk to Snorfeezeldax, or not. You can leave either of them behind.
No.
Or
Snarf. We have to get Snarf. We have
Oh,
to
you
get
want to
him.
leave Snorf behind?
No, he's
No,
been
we
very good
can't.
to us.
He has, and he can heal us, but
Look, I was not going to say his utility, but I mean,
I mean,
yes.
who else is going to call
we
you
could look.
tall?
Here's the thing. Let's give him the option. I think we should be honest with him.
Mm-hmm.
I just
Ooh,
You just what? No, Gwen, speak up.
I just don't buy it. Like, you can't be that happy all the time.
I agree. But
Like, if you guys
maybe if
ask me to
we're
chill out a
honest
little.
with him, that'll inspire some honesty in him. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
no.
Really, we could just capture him and have it, but
I
We can
don't
do it your
think.
way as well.
Well, we also need to lodge our very fancy cart that we spent all of our money on somewhere.
Oh yeah.
yeah, maybe he should I don't know, watch it.
University.
What was that?
Keep it here at the university.
Oh,
Oh,
great.
just free parking. That's great.
Cheers.
Oh, look at that! I
Love
like
that.
this.
Okay, this
city.
ain't that
This
bad of a
is
city, all
nice.
things considered. It's free parking,
All right.
definitely.
So you go to Sebastian,
Yeah.
and he goes, I see you have left the university. Where am I walking you to now?
Oh well, do we know where Snorfeezeldax is?
He's at your cart at the entrance of the city.
Yes.
Oh. Okay. Oh well, we're just gonna go back to the entrance of the city. We're gonna talk to a friend.
Good. Just this way then. And he begins to walk you. He gestures and points out monuments. He seems to have a great deal of pride in the city. He points out like the Grand Fountain and the Opera House and the Sod's Sex Toy Emporium and the various other great places in the city.
What was that place? Walk
sorry?
past. What was that place? And then I just walked past
The
it.
Sod's Sex Toy. The Sod's Sex Toy Emporium. We are liberal people here. And then he tells you the story of the dildo of darkness and madness that started as a dildo there that was taken by a Rakshasa and made into a terrible artifact that was once used by Hide Stuff and Sand, the great Tabaxi swashbuckler, and tells you the whole story of that, which is interesting.
My God, my whole life has been PG-13 up to this moment, but right now I feel like I'm pushing an R.
Yeah, definitely.
Pushing an R?
Yeah, I was saying that my whole life has been PG-13 up
Would
until
you
this
say
moment.
you're pushing an R?
An R!
Oh no!
I sort of got an El Scratch your eyes.
I guess I am a true pirate now.
You guys go back to your little cart, and Sophie like jumps up, playing his little banjo, and he goes, "Greetings, friend!
Ah.
I just returned after so long, and I missed them."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
We love you so much.
Ah.
Um,
Hold on, huddle up, everybody.
Alright.
This is a good idea. Should we just watch the cart?
It was your idea.
It was my idea, and then I
It
heard
was
his voice
definitely your
again,
idea.
and then I...
So you have to talk to him about it.
Okay.
All right, my lovely audience. Should they leave Snorfeaseldax here? Or should they take him with them on their grand pirate adventure? Audience, we are going to give you a minute until 8:39 to vote on whether or not Snorfeaseldax stays or goes. I'm going to write his name in the chat so people know how to...
the Sneasel set.
The Thieseldack.
The Thieseldack.
I love Thieseldack.
Thieseldack is hilarious.
Yeah. Thiesel, yeah. Take the Thieseldack.
him.
Who is Tortuga Man? Who is that?
Yeah, who is that? I love you.
Is that Ben? It's Bob. Hi, Bob.
Wow.
I actually kind of part of me knew.
It looks like leave the little buddy behind is winning.
Can I just say, yeah, everyone who's voting leave behind, I'm loving your usernames a lot.
Keep.
And
I
everyone
really.
else-
Trash Gardener is like
One.
in my Hall of Fame for online
Hall of
personas.
Fame.
Trash Gardener's a sick name. Ah,
Yeah, I
love
know,
it.
man.
Yeah, how'd you get that?
Kind of like middle school.
They
buddies,
ate
like,
the
I wanna be
Thieseldack.
Dr. Ware.
We've got another couple seconds for votes.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Take your time, everybody vote. Oh,
All right.
goodness.
I think it looks like one of you has to tell Snorfeaseldax that he is no longer coming with you.
Jesus. I guess that's me.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't known him as long.
Snorfy! Buddy! Come here!
Yes, best friend tied in 3 places?
Come on on top of my shoulders. Let's take a walk.
On your shoulders? I'm so
Yes.
hot.
Ow! No, don't pull on the horn. Don't pull on the horn. Ow. Okay. And also, please don't play up there. Your strings get caught in my hair.
Okay.
Alright.
Where are we
So-
going? An adventure?
Buddy. Let's go on a little adventure around the city. Let's take a little walk, okay?
Oh, just the two of us, like the best of friends?
The best of friends, yes.
No!
Little bud.
Yes.
We're going to have to leave our cart here for a short period of time.
Oh no! Cart.
I know you love it. Would you
Mhm.
like to watch after it for us?
Oh gosh, but if you're leaving the cart here, that means you won't be here. Which
Yes.
means I would be apart from you. And I don't think I could handle that. I think my little cobalt heart would explode.
Buddy, I think you're so much stronger than that. It doesn't
Oh,
have to be a dependent relationship.
We'll never need to find out.
But why don't you find out? I think you need to grow. You've learned a lot being with us. Look how high you are up in the air.
I shimmer. His snout turns down. Make a persuasion check.
Okay. Sorry, all of my dice and shit. I'm running the stream, so everything in front of me is just technical garbage. I have none of my character shit. Sorry, 3 seconds. Persuasion. 14?
14?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. So, it's for my own good that you're abandoning me.
Yes. You're going to grow. You're going to be so strong, my friend.
But are you saying I'm not strong now?
You are strong. That's why you can make it on your own. And you're going to be so much stronger.
I become strong by staying on my own.
Yes. We all become stronger over time.
Okay. I'll watch the cart.
Wait, hold on. Okay, wait. Get off my shoulders if you're playing that music. Got it. Sorry.
Along with the cart, no one to love him, all alone.
Look, no, you're not alone. Here, wait, hold on.
Who's with me?
Hold on, let's go get... Hold on, 1 second. And I'm going to go into a shop.
This is taking too
And
long.
I'm going to ask... It's taking just long enough. I'm going to go into a shop and be like, excuse me, I'm sorry to interrupt. Do you have a sending stones?
We are a coffee shop now.
Sending beans then.
You have wandered into Desad's toy emporium because so many people wanted you to. And he says, we have sending beads, says Master Desad, the Lord of the Sex Toy Emporium.
How do they work? Can you describe it in a PG-13 manner?
Indeed I can.
Okay.
You hold the bead in your hand,
Okay.
and you speak to it, and it will connect to another bead, which will vibrate with your voice.
Oh.
Okay. You know?
These both work as sex toys.
I don't even know how it... The PG-13. Would you like...
15.
Oh. What is your R? No, never. We're fine.
No.
Stop! Small boy, and I cover Snorpeazel-Dex's ears.
He says. Great.
So I'm going to give him a sending. I'm going to pay for these sending beads. I assume I have the money. Wonderful.
Yeah.
And I give him one. And I say, "You hold this very close with you. Anytime you need us, you call, or just look. If you want to talk at some point in the night, look. I want you to know we care about you."
Squeezes the rubbery bead, and he goes, "Hello," and it vibrates ever so pleasantly in your hand. Your copy of the bead.
Do I also hear it say hello?
Yes.
Cool.
But it vibrates.
Like it just vibrates.
Gross. I mean, oh, I'm so glad to feel your voice.
I'm glad to feel your voice. I know just where to put this.
No, do not touch it.
In my pocket.
Okay.
It will always be close to me.
Great. Wonderful, my friend.
You care about me! And he jumps up and he gives you a big hug around your chest. He literally leaps.
You jumped so high.
Yes.
Oh, little buddy.
Excuse me, you are making my sex shop customers uncomfortable.
Wow. Never thought I'd hear that in my life. Well, goodbye. Then I wander out and smack my head on the door as I walk out.
All right. So you drop Snorpeazel-Dax in the cart off at the university.
Mm-hmm.
And you are now making your way to the Doomed Venture 7.
Mm-hmm.
Are you inviting Seabass?
All right. Well, I just want to, Seabass, look, here's the thing. We're not going to be coming back to the city. So, for all intents and purposes, your job is done.
Did you not just leave your cart and your kobold companion?
Yeah, we got a new ride. It's a boat.
I overheard this conversation. You told him to wait with the cart. Are you literally going to leave him here until he gives up?
No, we just don't. know how long we're. Yeah, well, yeah, we will come back, but I don't know how your captain's orders work, but I assumed, if we're gone for like a couple days.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
What you're telling me is that I no longer need to follow you.
Well, I mean, what I'm saying is you could. I don't mean to presume, but you don't look the happiest with your job, and we're going off on an adventure, and we got room, and we think you're pretty cool, Seabass.
I have always thought of going and seeing the world. This is a lovely city, but it's where I have been my entire life. Make a persuasion check, Finnegan.
Oh.
Rara?
No. That's
Great, I'm going to help you. Can I give a help action for this sort of... Is that possible?
You can roll with advantage.
Alright.
Seabass, you're so wonderful. I think you'll be
21.
There we go. Woo! You belong on the sea, Seabass.
I have a few weeks of leave. I can see that I've stored up. I can see if I can take it for this adventure. Try to get me back here in time, but otherwise I can buy my way back. I heard you were going across the sea, yes, to the Dragon Empires.
Oh, yeah. We're looking for Skym here's not-so-dead wife.
Yes, just found out she's still alive. I'm so excited to meet her again.
He's very emotional.
I am.
That is most beautiful. I would be happy to be involved in such an adventure.
Oh, well, great.
Come here, big buddy, and I give him a hug.
Great. So you've commandeered a ship of some sort?
No, not commandeered.
Oh.
We are. That is. Do you want to
I
commandeer?
No, that means that as a euphemism. I mean that you're commanding a ship.
Oh yes. Hello, it's me.
Piracy? I am a city guard.
Oh yeah, that's why I was so taken aback.
He glares at you mysteriously. This is not a pirate adventure, is it?
Not to my knowledge. And I am your captain, Captain Barry Bramble.
I see.
Pat.
Look, I have to be the captain. I'm the guy who's piloting it.
Great.
It's true.
Oh, captain, my captain.
You are going to walk to the Doomed Venture 7, at which time Sebastian will take it for a second. This is the boat?
This is the boat.
Yeah.
It looks deeply dangerous, and it has Doomed Venture 7.5 written on the side.
Well, yeah, because we upgraded it. Yeah.
Got a 0.5 on there. Yeah, nice.
Fingerbottom says, "Wonderful! Do wear that necklace so I can see how it goes. And, yes, and do your best not to explode."
We'll do our best.
Yeah, of course. Always, technically.
Yeah, my whole life I have done very well at not exploding.
So.
Yeah.
Indeed.
All right.
Jolly good, yes. So, have fun, don't die. Peace.
Thanks, Finkelbottom.
You're very well.
Hey, before we go, do you want to make sure this is ship shape? Maybe you should take a look at it, Finnegan?
It's as good as it's going to be.
Okay.
I mean, I could take a look at it, but...
Let's take a look.
Yeah, you know what? I am captain of this ship. Why don't I...
Fingerbottom is leaving you to it. You're going to make an Arcana check with advantage due to your sailor's background.
Thank God, because I have a -2. 13.
13. So the ship, in terms of ship stuff, is really great. Like it's a well-built ship.
Ship shape?
The engine and yes, it's in ship shape.
I'm gonna claw you.
So like it's in as good shape as it's going to be, right? You could acquire some oars. Worst case scenario, you could row the thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes. Right?
But yes.
Yes, it is otherwise a crazy ship that is highly unstable and potentially will explode if any of the elementals get released.
This is the only time I have ever wanted a wizard on our party.
Well, we have a druid.
All right. That's true.
How's that? Hey, Guinevere, are you good with elementals? Have you met one before?
I've met a few.
How do you think of them? Do you know a way around them?
They're just like anyone. Just gotta lean into it a little bit. Temperamental. Good call. I don't wanna say anything that might offend them.
What if we feed the fire elemental? What if we give it things? You know what I mean?
Do you want to try to commune with the elemental, Gwen?
Yeah, give it a shot.
Maybe, okay, sure.
So you walk up to the orb and you place your hand on it. It again makes a little fiery skull that looks at you. Make a survival check.
Alrighty. Ooh. 11.
The fire elemental does not hate you since you made the minimum DC of 10. But it is not particularly impressed.
We can work on that. We have time together.
Mm-hmm.
We build up a rapport.
Is there like a small passageway from the? Oh wait, it's the gas pedal. I forgot.
Yeah.
Never mind.
So you get on the ship, right? And you're all on the ship. Sebastian is looking very wary. He's regretting his life choices.
Oh, see.
You are. It's time. So Finnegan, you're getting on. And you're pressing the gas pedal.
Yeah, I punch it.
It begins to just go from 0 to like 75 miles per hour immediate, right? And your hair is whipping. Anybody with long hair, Skimmerhorn, I'm gonna say that you were the one that was a little bit near the side. I want you to make an acrobatics check to grab on.
It's +5. Oh wait, +6. Let's see.
Sort Dax would be making right now.
I'm good. It's 21.
Great. Grab on the side and hold on. Your like legs fly out from under you, and eventually you get your hold and you stay on. This speed continues. It's still a several-day journey, and you've got provisions.
Yes.
But you're like dealing with this like Mach speed for a while. It's uncomfortable. I would like you all to make Constitution saving throws. And Seabass lives up to his name and is fine.
What's the I got 11.
I got 9.
I got 10.
I got a 10.
Great. So who got the 9?
Me. Walker.
You are a sick kitty.
I got a feeling.
You are creating streams of vomit because you're moving so fast. When you throw them over the side, it just goes. Right?
I'm just like doing that little cat.
I grab Finnegan and I'm like, this is the best decision we've ever made. Cheers.
Great. So now you in the vast distance you see a ship right in your way. Now, Finnegan.
Yeah.
You can either try to break, you can try to swerve around it, or you can try to like just completely change direction. Make arguments as you see this thing for swerving around it or breaking, and we'll let the audience decide. So make arguments for swerving around or breaking.
No matter what, I want to take my foot off the pedal. I don't know about braking, but foot off the pedal. Second I see that.
So you see that what happened was there's a little stick that jabs into the fire elemental repeatedly while your foot is on the pedal, and it stops doing that. The fire elemental is slowly becoming less agitated.
Yeah. All right. So
not to prevent you from ramming into this boat. That's the other option. Just ram into the boat.
No, that's a bad option. I vote to swerve around it. If I can see the boat, I can see what direction it's going in and go swerve around it. Like if it's going right, we swerve left.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It seems to be stopped in your path. It's a pretty large boat.
Great. I will try to speak to a fire elemental. Is what I want to do. I want to jump on the floor and start whispering through the pedal at the fire elemental.
Make a survival check with disadvantage, DC 20.
Okay, that's not gonna happen.
I know.
It's not. It didn't. Got two twice.
The fire elemental does not like you very much, for you are part of the group that has been stabbing it. So it is not pleased and does not desire to listen to you.
Okay.
But what are arguments for swerving? What are arguments for braking?
You said it stopped in the middle. It's not moving at all.
Doesn't seem.
Maybe we should. It seems to be like just out, stranded. Maybe we should help them.
Oh, okay. Well, no, I still want to swerve around, I think.
And
But
just pass it.
that would be the idea.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do we cup our hands and scream, "Worry!"
It's made of wood. You're made of metal. People online are saying maybe ram right through it.
We're trying to find a ship. Please
Jump
listen.
it Fast and Furious style. Never mind. Pedal to the metal.
Normally, we do a show of hands with self-generated options, but it turns out that we have jump it Fast and Furious style as an option. And I think Slime Revolution, who also has a wonderful name, has made our choice for us. Do we all agree as a group?
Yeah.
We'll do
Rule of cool, dude.
Let's do it.
Cool.
The rule of cool.
Yeah.
All right. So, pedal to the metal.
Pedal to the metal.
Pedal.
Fire elemental. Right.
Jump.
So pedal to the metal. You poke the fire elemental with the stick, and it begins going at a ludicrous speed towards the boat. As you get closer, you see that it's a boat of ogre pirates.
Oh.
And the ship is quite a bit larger than you expected it to be. You are not sure quite how you're going to leap over it. But right now, without the emergency brake, there's no stopping.
Okay.
What do you do to try to jump over this thing?
Does anyone have control over water?
What? No, that was the other one.
Oh, this has been, oh no, the one thing.
I'm gonna set a little minute.
One time.
To determine that 60 seconds, you're gonna ram into the ship.
I'm no help right now. I'm vomiting.
Yeah, I can't do anything.
Could you use seaweed to propel the floor of the ocean?
I'm proficient in navigating and the water vehicles, so like maybe I could, I'm thinking if there's like a wave, we just jump over the wave, right? Like we just like last second, I sort of like 360 no scope, flick the thing, it throws us off just enough and we go flying up.
What is that roll gonna be?
I don't know, but I have proficiency.
I think we're about to crash.
Do we break?
15 seconds.
I can't really utilize spider climb in this situation.
No. Should we break? What do you guys think? This is our only. This is our only.
4, 3.
I
use the brake.
Use the brake. You drop the ice method into the thing. They start fighting. The ship begins to slow, and you roll up alongside the ogre pirate ship.
Great.
One of the ogres looks over the side and says, "Yar! Looks like there be people down there. Yar!" And another one, wielding a giant caber that is a log with iron bars on either end, says, "Humies to be smashed. Yar!"
To be fair, I'm not human.
Be so kind.
None of us are.
Yahar! No humans here.
So there.
Fucking shit.
If you would all be so kind as to roll initiative for me to deal with these ogres.
Great.
Oh god.
That's a 15.
I feel like I'm still
That's
queasy.
4.
20.
I've gotten 2, like,
Hold
4
on.
times in a row. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
Hold on. Where's my pencil that I had? Finnegan, your accent is infecting me. I just want to talk in a southern accent all the time.
Well,
now.
that would have been
I'm
great.
sorry.
I got a 6.
So, sorry, 6 for Skym. What
Yeah.
else?
I have 20.
20 for Walker.
Yeah,
What is
I already. Oh,
15 for Finnegan.
15 for Finn. What did Gwen get?
4.
4 for Gwen. And my ogres are going at 5.
All right.
Really bottom heavy, this initiative track. All right. So you see there are 2 ogres looking down. One of them is a giant caber, and the other one is wielding a huge crossbow. Would be a ballista in somebody else's hands.
No.
All right. You're below. Walker, what do you want to do?
Okay. First of all, we are not in a good position, and my tummy still hurts. Is there anything we can do? I just look up and I talk to them, and I'm like, hey, no? Can we talk this out, please?
And the ogre says,
Can we please be civil?
you can talk all you want. What until we eat you?
Oh,
Right.
God. I'm gonna vomit again.
Great.
I think I'd make you sick.
Do you have any actions you'd like to take, Walker?
Not if I can't hide.
You can hide.
Sorry,
I'll hide and vomit for a second. I might be more use later.
There's a hole in the side of the ship. You can try to break through the glass and get into the ship. And
There's
hide
a
it.
hole in the side of the ship.
A porthole, like a window.
Isn't that pretty strong glass? Would I be able? Would I know that I can break through that?
cat person.
Acrobatics check. You can also climb up the side of the ship.
Okay. Fine. I guess nobody cares about my upset stomach, so I'll go. I'll try. I'll try climbing up the ship and see if talking to them on the ship works.
You climb up the side of the ship. You see that there's 2 more ogres up there. One of which is covered in chains like whips. It's clearly the taskmaster of the vessel, and it says, "Oi, boys! Looks like we've got feline on the menu tonight."
Oi, oi, oi.
Do you still want to try to talk to them?
Yes. My
Great.
stomach hurts.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage. You might actually tell me what you say. I might give you advantage and therefore neutral. So what do you say to them once you're on the deck?
I say, guys, all of you, my tummy hurts, and if you eat me, it's gonna make your tummy hurt. Can we just pass? What are y'all doing here? Can we just pass?
Make a check with disadvantage.
What is that? That's a 4.
Each other and say, no?
Wow.
Unfortunately, your turn now. Finn.
All right, Finn's a little bit more of a man of action. I have 50 feet of silken rope because I like good textures. I'm going to tie it to one of my hand axes and chuck it at, hopefully at an ogre. But even if I miss, I could use it as like a
Sure. The
grappling hook.
ogre with the caber or the ogre with the giant crossbow?
Is the crossbow currently pointed at the bow?
Oh, yes, it is.
YOLO. Go for the crossbow.
Great. You tie your silken rope. Make a sleight of hand check with advantage due to your sailor's background.
Okay. That's, well, all right. What's my sleight of hand? Whatever my dex is. Oh, which is fine. Okay, so that's 15.
15. Great. You tie it quite easily with your bonus action. As your regular action, you're going to yeet the axe up. Roll a yeet check. I'm sorry, an attack roll.
My favorite check, the yeet check.
Yeet
skill.
You know,
What'd you
like
get?
like an 8.
All right. Well,
Bad news. Good news. You throw the axe. The axe is very thrown. Bad news. It does not hit the ogre, but it does land on the deck and catch on something.
great.
You can use your movement to make it halfway up.
Or could I action search?
You sure could action surge.
All right. For those of you who are new to the show, because I'm a halfling, I always devour a sweet as soon as possible. We were talking about Oreos. I've got a quadruple stuffed right here. Got 2 double stuffed, and I threw them together.
That is his action surge. We make Carter eat something fatty. Great. So, Carter, you, as your action, you get halfway up. As your move, you'll get the other halfway up.
Yep, I'm going to dash for my action search.
Great. You're on the deck.
Cool.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what you see the 4 ogres total. Right?
And I yelled down below, there's 4 of them total.
Great.
So people know.
That brings us to Skym.
Great. I'm going to just scramble up the silk
Great.
to the top.
So, I should have given, you know what, we're going to backtrack just a second and give Finnegan this option. You could make an acrobatics or athletics check, DC 15.
Oh.
If you fail, you fall into the water. But you'll have an action when you get to the roof.
I like those odds.
Great.
Yes.
Because that's an 18.
Great. So you actually get to the top, see the ogres, and still have another action for your action search.
Okay.
All right. Well, I already ate the Oreo, so I'm going to stab the one with the crossbow in the leg.
Great. Armor class is 13.
I don't care. I got an 18.
Great. I don't care. I'm sorry. Great. How much damage do you do?
15 piercing damage
15.
from
Great.
my magical golden rapier.
This ogre is at 13.
Nice.
Cool.
Nice.
All right. Then that brings us to Skym. You want to make your athletics or acrobatics check to make your way up to the top?
Yeah. I rolled already. It was a 13 plus
Great.
5.
So you scurry up. You're on the roof, or you're on the top of the deck. You see all these various ogres around. What you gonna do?
I'm going to sorry, I'm gonna grab a mop that's nearby and swing it over my head and shove it in someone's face and attack them with that.
Great. You can use your unarmed attack for that, and it will give you advantage for Rule of Cool. And the armor class, are you attacking the bolt launcher again?
Is he still holding onto the bolt launcher?
He sure is.
Then yes.
Do it. Roll an attack roll with advantage for your first attack.
2 1s.
2 1s. You break the mop. It will never clean again.
Wonderful. I guess as my bonus action, I will spend a key point so I can dodge because I can't attack again. So
Cool. You can attack. You can kick and punch.
Oh, I thought I could only do that if I had actually hit on my first one. I thought
No. You can flurry of blows if you attack.
Then I will flurry of blows.
Great. So
With the so it broke off in the guy's face, and then I take the sharp bit and I go at him with both sides.
Yes, you can. This mop is no longer clean. This mop shall make a mess.
Yeah.
So roll.
Nat 20 and 12 for the second attack.
All right, damage. Remember to double the dice.
Double the dice.
Is D6 right now?
No, it's still D4. So double that boy. D4 plus my dex modifier, which is 4. 5. That's 10 points of damage.
10?
Yep.
Ogre
and then
is it 3?
Flurry of Blows gives me 2 attacks. Is that true?
That's
Am I crazy?
indeed. So you stick the pointy bit into it, Arya style, and it lies there. You have the other half of the mop now for your other attack.
Yes, and I got a 12 plus 5 for that.
You get him. You don't need to roll. Ogre number 1 is down. He drops the bolt launcher, and it lands in your ship.
Yeah.
In your little boat.
Oh.
Is our boat still
Fancy.
fine? It just dropped.
Ogre.
That was the ballista.
Yeah.
It's just a big ass crossbow, right?
Yeah, I was like, oh no, the boat.
It's a metal boat.
the the big ogre with the caber gets next to Walker, Finnegan, and Skimmerhorn and braces. If any of you guys move at all, he gets as many attacks of opportunity as he'd like. So using block the path. Then there's a regular ogre. It's gonna take a javelin and yeet it, because that's our word of the day. At it's going at Walker and Summer. Walker, what's your armor class?
It's 17 and my tummy hurts. Stop.
You happen to vomit at just the right moment. Good news. Great. Then the chain wielder is going to run. Is going to wrap chains around it. They're spiked and nasty, and it's going to throw them at Skym. What's your armor class, Skym?
15.
He's going to just barely hit with a 9 + 6. You take 13 bludgeoning damage.
Fuck. Oh.
And as the chains wrap up around, you're looking to make a DC 14 Constitution saving throw.
DC 14?
Indeed.
That's not good.
You got it. It's fine. You'll be fine.
7.
You are knocked unconscious.
Just straight up?
Straight up. Check out the Ogre Chain Brute in Morton.
What's the CR rate on that boy? Okay. I'll just put my...
you're unconscious.
My stuff away.
If you take damage, or at the end of each of your turns, you get to make another con save.
Okay.
Great. Then that is all the ogres. That brings us to Gwyn, still on the boat. Gwyn.
Well, I would want to help one of my friends out right now since they just got hurt. So I'm going to make my way over there.
Great. So it's a move action to get halfway up, unless you make an athletics or acrobatics check.
And I'm going to make an acrobatics check.
Great.
10.
No.
You fall into the water. You are a soaked, mossy lady. You are in the water. Do you want to use your action to climb back onto the boat?
Yes. And I'm going to soak my way out.
Exactly where you started. That's the danger. Walker.
Oi, oi, oi. All right. There's this big guy looking at me, and he's waiting for me to move.
Correct.
All right. Well, let's make a move. I'm going to attack the big guy with my rapier.
Great. Roll an attack roll. AC is 14. Oh, with disadvantage because you're poisoned.
I'm so sick. Oh, fuck. That is... That is 15.
You stab him through, even though you're feeling very ill. Roll. He is next to your buddies, which means that you get to do sneak attack damage.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Let's see. 17.
17? Great.
Mm-hmm.
He is at 11.
That'll show you.
Walker, would you make a Constitution saving throw for me?
I don't want to. My tummy hurts. That's an 8.
Great. You are beginning to feel slightly better standing on a more stable boat.
Aha.
That's not moving so fast, but you didn't quite make it. You're going to get to make that same saving throw at the end of your next turn with advantage. DC is 10. All right, so that brings us to Finn again. My favorite joke. What's your turn?
I'm near the big boy who's stopping our guard.
Yes.
All right. Well, then I stab him.
Do it. Armor class is 14.
That's an 18 to hit.
Your rapier slashes out and stabs him again.
And that is 11 points of damage.
He was at exactly 11, and the battering ram is down. His caber rolls along the deck, towards Skimmerhorn. Skimmerhorn, make a dexterity saving throw to leap over it before it knocks you over. You are unconscious. It's rolling on Walker. Walker, make a dexterity saving throw.
Was this with advantage or disadvantage?
It's straight.
All right, dexterity. That is 18.
Great. You leap over it without it knocking you over, and it rumbles into the sea. All right, that brings us to Skym. You're unconscious. Make a strength saving throw.
Strength.
That is indeed correct. No, Constitution. Sorry,
Okay.
wrong one. Constitution.
It's 11.
11.
Yeah.
Great.
How's that?
You are, I believe. Sorry, I dropped my cards.
It's okay.
You are DC 14. You're still unconscious.
Nope, I'm out. There you
Wrapped
go.
up in chains. All right, I'm going to keep dropping my cards on the floor. All right, so that brings us to the ogres. The chain brute is going to rush forward into the space left by its buddy, and it's going to swing its chains in a huge sweep. I need dexterity saving throws from Walker and Finnegan. You automatically fail, Skym.
Mm-hmm.
You're taking 8 damage, but you get to make another Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
That's an unnatural 20.
You take 4 damage,
Cool.
and you're not knocked prone. Walker, how'd you do?
10.
You take 8 damage, and you're knocked prone. As the chain swoops around and knocks you off your feet. Finnegan, you mostly manage to dodge it, but it still splashes you with some of its barbs. Gwen, one of the nice things about being on the small boat is that they don't hit you. It is indeed your turn. You've learned a little bit. The acrobatics check would go down to 10.
Okay.
You want to try climbing again speedily, or do you want to take your time?
I'm going to take my time.
Great. You get halfway up. You can see Walker and Skym leaning over the edge. So if you have any line of sight, like Healing Word or any other line of sight spells to cast on them, you could do that. Or you could spend your second action just to climb up and be on the top of the ship.
I'm going to have to climb up.
Great. You are on the ship. All right. That brings us to Walker.
I'm knocked prone.
That's half your move to stand up.
Yeah, and so I'm gonna have to stand up. And then it's the one with the chains, that boy. So I'll attack with my rapier again.
Great.
I'll stab at him.
This one's at 40 hit points. AC is 11.
All right, I'm gonna roll. I was 11. What was it, AC?
And that hits.
Okay,
AC
great. All right, and my rapier, 1d8. Do I still get my sneak attack? Because he's next to
next to a friend. Finnegan's still up.
Yeah.
And Gwen, you're actually next to 2 friends. It's next to
I'm
2
also up now. I'm up now.
Great.
Well, that's 19.
19. It's at 21 hit points.
Uh-huh.
All right. So that brings us to Finn.
All right. So I'm going to first bonus action, second wind, regain a D10 plus my level so I regain 11, which is exactly what I needed. I'm back at full health, and then I'm going to charge in and attack this chain brute. Is that what you call it? Nice. That's a 10.
That is a miss.
Yeah.
Oh.
1. The chain brute laughs and goes, "Is that the best you've got, her?"
No, you've seen me kill 2 of your friends already. You know I can do better.
You're going to get inspiration for your lovely quip, Finnegan.
Thank you.
You can get advantage in a roll of your choice. So, Skym, what you doing?
I'm gonna kick the mast I'm assuming it's a mobile mast for some reason, because I think that would be fun. I'm going to kick that towards the other guy. It's like essentially like I just put my whole foot into it and kick the fucking thing at him.
Do it. Roll an attack roll. AC is 10, and it has 10 hit points.
Yay. That was a 20. It was a nat 20.
You hit the mast at just the right pot. Your job today is to break wooden things on ships, and you are doing it admirably. So, do it.
Great. Just my improvised attack thing, right?
Sure. Actually, no. You're knocking the mast at it.
Yeah.
We're going to say that it falling will do 2d10 damage. It takes half on a DC 12 dex save.
Cool.
It's going to fail that dex save. It's going to take 2d10 damage plus your dex modifier.
Okay. Black. That was a percentile dice, but I'll take it. 14 plus my dex.
Was this at the regular ogre crewmate, or was this at the chamber?
The guy who's had me tied up for like 3 rounds. 14 plus 4, so 18 damage. 18? It's a 3 as it is crushed under the mast. It's also knocked prone. All right, that's the ogre's. It is now the ogre's turn. It's gonna spend half its move to get out from being smashed by the mast. Then it's going to whip its chains back and forth. A tiny bit. Yes, I am hip with the groove of the play. So if everybody's here now to make DC 14 dex saves.
Not for Finn.
Nope.
Yes.
20.
Actually. Exactly 14.
Anybody that gets 14 or above takes 4 damage. Anybody that got less than 14 is going to take 8 damage and get knocked over again.
All right, y'all help.
Are you knocked over, Walker?
I am.
The other ogre is going to run forward with a giant scimitar. That would be a 2-handed sword in any of your hands, and he's going to swing it in a killing motion at Walker.
Please.
To get advantage, he's going to roll a total of 12, which means you roll out of the way just as the sword would smash you.
Hey, baby, that's the beelines, okay? That's that beeline right there.
Hear the rumbling under decks as the rest of the crew is making their way up.
I had a feeling that there'd be more people down there.
Gwen, you're on the boat. You get to do a thing. I'm so sorry. Don't hate me. It's your turn.
So I'm just gonna grab Skymahorn's arm and be like, "Sorry, it took me a second," and cure wounds.
Oh, thank you.
What does your cure wounds nature magic look like, Gwen?
I'm gonna say so it's gonna look like a little bit of a warmth. It's gonna look like he's getting a little blush. Like, his whole body just seems a little bit more red than usual. He sweats a little bit. And then he just goes pale.
Ooh, a little shock.
So it's a cure wounds via orgasm. Nice.
Thinking sauna.
Solid.
Thank you.
Great. Roll that D8, add your wisdom. Oh, what level? First or second?
Second.
Great. So roll 2D8 and add your +3 wisdom modifier.
15.
Great. You heal 15, Skym.
Wow. That's awesome. Healers. Who knew?
Right?
They're great. Holy shit.
It's
But
you.
you leave annoying ones behind.
Who?
Walker.
It's me. All right. I'm at 2 HP, and I'm not looking good, but I'm going to stand up because I was knocked down. Because when you get knocked down, you get back up again. That's what my
Never
master
gonna
taught
keep me down.
Also very timely. We're full of very timely song references these days.
Greatest song ever written.
Right.
Chumbawamba.
All right. There is still the big chain guy in front of us, right?
Correct.
All
He's
right.
at 3 points.
Yeah, I feel he feels me about to die, and I feel him about to die, and I'm gonna kill him first.
Do it.
All right. Well, he knocked me down twice. I'm kind of mad.
That's
at him.
fair. That's fair.
Oh, that's what it's.
How much?
21.
The chain captain, you don't need to roll, dies. He goes, "Arr, me last moment. In the salt breeze, with the wind in the sails, but no more because the mast fell down. At least I died as I lived, a jerk of the open sea."
Can I?
Then there's one ogre remaining. Finn!
Yeah, all right. Half my movement to get up, and probably the other half my movement to get over to him, so I can stab him in the kneecap.
That sounds lovely. The kneecap. But if you're 4'10", you should easily be able to reach his chest.
He's pointing down.
Actually, I got a question for you. Does he have shoes, and are there laces?
When is the answer to that question no, Carter?
You know I want to tie his shoes together.
Giant ogre shoes that are properly laced. Any attempt to tie them together would clearly have advantage.
Fantastic. I'm going to tie them together. Sleight of hand?
Sure. Do it.
Yes.
I'm not that good at sleight. No, I'm not that bad either.
Difficulty is 8.
Dunk on this
Difficulty is what?
8.
Oh, I heard 18, and I was like, huh? I got a 22. The
Lovely.
nerd is dunked.
nerd. Yes.
If he attempts to move, he will have to make a dex check or fall over.
Yeah, and then, yeah.
Do you want to move away?
I've used all my movement, so then I'm just going to use a bonus action to be like, bet you can't beat me in a race to the end of to the stern, because I'm a sailor and I know where things are on boats.
Okay. Make an intimidation check, DC 15 with disadvantage.
That's an 8.
So fun fact, the ogre, who just watched you murder all of his friends, does not want to engage in a casual foot race.
That's fair. That's fair.
Skimmerhorn, it's your turn.
Great. I'm just gonna run up to that boy, grab on the back of his head, and drop into a split and try to trap him into the ground.
Great. Make an acrobatics check. No penalty for failure.
All right.
You succeed with advantage on the attack.
Okay. What was the AC? I have 13 and then +5, so we're good.
So keep over, go into a split, and suplex or I don't know my words.
Yeah, I'm just dropping his face into the poop deck.
Great. On the poop.
Oh no! It's literally. It's where. Okay.
I know what poop deck is. I'm just.
Yeah. You said advantage on that, right?
You get it. Yes.
Oh, cool. That was 18. So 18 plus. So we're good.
Great.
And then I'll flurry of blows and do it.
Do it.
And I'll smash his head twice more.
Great. Do it. How much damage? Oh, we'll roll it all at once because it's got 20.
The other one hit. Only one of the other ones hits. Also, cheers.
Oh,
nice.
Oh God. Why do I do that?
It's mostly
I don't know, man. I just eat an Oreo. That's my gimmick.
I chose Drunken Master. It was my fault. This is my.
Yes, it was.
There's 2 that hit. Okay. 5 plus 8. 13 damage.
13. It is at 15 and is looking very scared. All right, that ogre is going to run backwards. First, it fails its dex save and face plants. Who tied those shoes? Finnegan?
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
6 for fall damage.
Can I roll a d6?
D6.
That's 2.
Great, so it's at 13. It's then going to crawl to the door and open it, and you see about 15 other ogres, all waiting to come up. And it says, "They killed Captain Bramface!"
Might well kill you all.
And you say, "Is this true? Did you kill Captain Bramface?"
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
That guy mutinied.
So.
Oh.
Which one of these are we? You know what? This seems like a lovely question for our audience. Take credit for the death of Captain Bramface? Or shall they attempt to convince the ogres that the gentle ogre on the ground mutinied? Audience, you have a minute to put in your votes.
That's what I was thinking. Right of conquest. Right of conquest.
Right of conquest. Okay. We both want an ogre crew. We're just going about it different ways. Yeah. I figure we could have them tear them apart.
But then we have to leave, and we're also humans just sitting around. Well, not humans, but...
Some of us are not human.
Speaking of
All
the
right, we have
human...
another 30 seconds for votes.
What happened to...
Where did he go? Where did the human go? Is he just sitting in the boat?
We have a human who forgot about him.
He's watching the vote.
just...
Cowrie.
Hi.
Yeah.
How you
I
guys
picked him
doing
'cause I
up
was
there?
like, oh, he'll be fun.
Put away.
Bonding with the fire element.
All right,
Right of
10
conquest.
seconds if people want to vote. Going once.
Okay.
I don't even know. We love you, Trash Gardener. You're our favorite gardener of trash.
Right of conquest.
All right. So, Right of Conquest it is. Skimmerhorn, or Walker, I believe you were trying to take... Oh, first, we forgot. Roll another Constitution saving throw to see if you're still sick.
Oh, God.
Nausea.
With advantage.
Yeah, yes, with advantage, thank you.
With advantage, I said before.
7.
I forgot to remind.
You did, and I failed them both. It is
You're still sick.
Right.
You're going to, while holding back putrid bile, attempting to convince them that you are the murderer of and the rightful captain. Would you be so kind as to make a persuasion check with disadvantage?
Did I hear the name of...
Or intimidation.
Captain
Bram
Grant.
face.
It's what?
Bram face.
Bram face. Can I make a performance check instead?
You can make a performance check. But only if you, Devren, do a piratey accent and convince them you're a pirate captain.
Narg. It was a 14, first of all. Second of all, this is my only pirate voice.
Are you
Arg.
cutting off your hand and replacing it with a hook? Or are you
Yes.
or are you
No,
making a hook with your
it's
finger at
the
Walker?
one. It's I've got a claw out, and the
Great.
claw is okay.
Great. So what do
Yes,
you do?
I killed your captain, and I'll kill the rest of you too. And I'll put a curse on you, and I'll eat all of your food if you do not join us in our quest for epic booty.
And he's new in town.
The ogres look at each other and say, "He's a damn sight better than our previous captain, and they killed so many of them so quickly. You promise us some epic booty. We're not looking for, like, okay booty. Or
No.
booty.
This is going to be like
Booty.
pristine booty.
Yar!
All right.
Argue it. What is your pirate captain name, Walker and Summer? Actually, why don't we get recommendations from the audience for our Kitty Cat's, our Ebony Gold Eyed Kitty Cat's pirate name? If you guys have options that can help them out, please give.
Remember, I said pristine booty. It should be something about that.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think of.
Christina.
Pristine beard.
Paw.
Stupid.
Blackpaw's not bad.
Black
actually.
Paw. Black Paw's so much
Blackpaw's
better.
good.
My little brother just came.
Oh, welcome, little brother. Hey,
Hi, Will.
how's it going, buddy? How you doing, Will?
Captain Bootylicious is so far the winning vote.
Captain Bootylicious. Black Paw. Still good.
We got 2 for Black Paw.
What else is there?
Pristine is too basic. You're
It's too
absolutely right.
basic.
Way too
Captain
basic.
Bonobo. Bonot.
Benodo?
That's 3 for
Bonobo?
Black Paw. Bobo. Look at
Yo, throwback.
that.
With the nostril hair? Yeah.
It looks like Black Paw is winning so far.
I
So,
like Black
two
Paw.
Bootylicious
That's pretty good.
Black Paws.
Yeah.
We'll give everybody another second.
All
Thank
right.
you, Chocolate Shogun. Much appreciated.
Thanks. Who is Chocolate Shogun? That's a good name.
That is a
We've
great
got like just the best names in the chat.
Yeah, dude.
No, thank you.
That
Chocolate
was
Sugar.
me licking the ex-captain's blood off of my black paw.
Ooh.
Because that's the kind of pirate I am.
Oh wait.
Kind of inspired
Oh my God.
here.
Is it Captain Blackpaw Bootylicious?
Captain
Oh.
Blackpaw Bootylicious.
Captain
that-
Blackpaw
Black Paw?
Bootylicious, maybe.
How about
Well,
Captain Blackpaw v Bootylicious?
Captain Blackpaw the Bootylicious.
Blackpaw the Bootylicious.
I think it needs to be like an epithet. Yeah.
God.
Captain, and I think it's Captain, C-A-P''N.
Captain Blackpaw.
Captain
Okay.
Blackpaw.
There's only two in the world. There's Captain Crunch and Captain Blackpaw.
The Bootylicious. Use my full title, please.
Yes,
The Bootylicious.
Thank you, thank you.
Sir Bootylicious, I'm so sorry to disturb.
Please, Bootylicious is fine.
All right.
I got my booty to my friends.
My friends call me Booty.
Great. All right. So, do you want to start raiding or go immediately to try to find Marina,
Well,
Skimmerhorn's wife?
I would like to see my
I'm ready
wife.
for the wife.
Yeah, I feel like the not trolls, pardon me, that was speciesist. Ogres are going to want some booty. We promised them pristine booty. I mean, we should.
Oh, we'll deliver pristine
It would
booty.
now. It
Yeah.
may not be entirely with my alignment, you would argue, but it's also against my alignment to go against my word.
It's also against your alignment to change your accent. Suddenly went away.
I'm not talking. I was talking to Cart.
Oh, I'm
okay,
sorry.
well, that was the point. That was the point? I'm getting myself confused now.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I want to rage shit.
As Carter. Okay.
Sure. So raiding.
Sure.
All right.
We should probably let Seabass know though, because he
What?
was like, I
Seabass-
don't know how I feel about
Seabass.
Seabass is very.
Come on upstairs.
Oh, he was like, oh, I don't care about a pirate. Huh? How does he
He
feel about
comes up
this?
and he says, "So we are pirate captains now."
No, we are
Oh.
adventurers. We technically we are lying. That's all.
You're
Technically,
undercover.
Booty
He looks over and says, "What are you doing here?"
I said lying down and digesting your captain. Don't question me.
Are you eating the ogre?
He
I
eats
licked a little.
everything.
Are you
The booty list.
That was
It's
Metal.
Eat the ogre in front of the other ogres. I'm not going to know. I'm just going to express extraordinary disapproval beforehand.
That is how you assert dominance.
Yeah. I'm eating your dad.
No, I'm not eating, but I am gonna lick the blood of the captain off my hand and do like so simmer.
Great. Make an intimidation check with advantage because you're a horrifying individual, Walker.
Somebody has to be.
That wasn't on air where we discussed when you can eat something and it's not a corpse. Is it a corpse yet?
It's not a corpse. It's
Oh, it's
fresh.
definitely not a corpse yet.
No,
It's
it's still
fresh.
fresh.
Yeah.
It was a what check? Intimidation.
Intimidation with advantage.
It has 18.
Great. And so first you terrify them. Then you taste the blood and you just can't eat anything right now, so you're going to make another constitution check with disadvantage.
Did you fail?
One of these is a nat 20 and the other one is a 5.
So
What's
you
your con?
raise your hand, you stand there very intimidatingly, and then you begin profusely vomiting.
And that'll happen to the rest of you two if you betray me.
They see this and they're terrified. All right, so there are a couple different places. So you are now arriving on the outskirts of the Corsair Islands, which are outside of what was once the Blue Dragon Empire, but is now the civilization of Kuiper. So Kiefer is a Egypt-inspired place that was taken over by the Blue Dragons, but recently the Tabaxi were re-granted dominion over it. And it is a place of ziggurats, pyramids, vast deserts, and it's now kitty cat controlled, Tabaxi controlled, the Tabaxi homeland. The Corsair Islands have a couple different ports that you can try to blockade. And there is Umberlee's, which is where the bitch queen of the ocean, that is the name of the goddess Umberlee, that is her title, the bitch queen.
I want her title.
Do we want to be friends with her?
It is a scummy place filled with villainy and all manner of smuggling. You can try to attack a smuggler's boat. There's the Port of the Sun, a Lathanderite port that is about aid and life and love and healing. Then there is the Imperator's Approach, which is the remaining Blue Dragon stronghold in the area. It is a Blue Dragon port. And then there is Port-a-illumé, which is the closest thing to just a standard, well-guarded human port there is. Audience! Well, first, you guys should argue about which of these 4 ports, and then we'll let the audience decide which of them you're going to begin raiding.
Who's got better booty than a dragon?
The bitch queen? I don't know.
Oh, we want to be friends with the bitch queen.
Yes, absolutely. Why would they want to ever fight the bitch queen? Her name is...
You're right. I guess.
Dragon booty.
Humans, though, largely, not great people.
Except for you, Seabass, we love you.
This portion of your adventure, I am merely a watcher. My hands are washed.
I like him.
All right, yeah, sure, whatever. We'll see how long that lasts.
Guinevere, what do you feel?
I'm into dragons. We go dragons.
All right, audience. We have 2 votes for dragons already in the chat. What are the rest of you? You guys have a minute.
There's 19 of you.
They are
no.
their booty.
Fight the humans.
Dragon.
Alright, well, just dragons.
Dragon.
There are lots of dragon votes.
Specifically the dragon.
Go to the Imperator's Approach. All right, so the Imperator's Approach is ruled over by a blue dragon named...
Non-ancient.
Not ancient.
Yes.
Just adult. Duke Villis Jagazashrift.
Okay.
Did you just roll syllables and then make them names?
So everybody knows this. I run 10 role-playing games a week. This is my 11th. This some of them for kids, some of them for adults. One of my kids once played a blue dragonborn named Scourgerian Jagazashrift, and that by necessity became one of the blue dragon houses, and I will remember it forever. But this whole world, everything I've done and said is actually like the history of it is player created, which I find really great. So I'm going to write the name of this dragon in the chat so everybody can see it. Villas
Jagazashrift.
Jagaz-ish-shrift.
Ooh. Jagarzi shrimp. I'm calling him Jagarzi shrimp, actually. Yes.
I was like, you want to do that to a dragon.
And we will be starting our next session with the assault on Imperator's Approach.
Hi guys, it's me, Carter, or Finnegan, or Editor. Whatever you want to call me. First off, I want to thank you on behalf of the whole DDnD team. It means a lot to us that you're watching our content on YouTube. It's super cool. So please be sure to like and subscribe and ring the bell and all the other YouTube stuff that you're supposed to do. Second off, I do want to say, if you enjoyed this episode and you found yourself being like, oh man, that was cool, but I sure wish I could have been a part of that conversation and helped decide where the party should go, you can watch us for free on Twitch every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. We are simultaneously on the twitch.tv/DiceDrinksAndDrama channel and the twitch.tv/DND channel. Wizards of the Coast is hosting us. It's awesome. So those links are down below, along with a whole bunch of other cool stuff that everyone on the team is making. Vic's got a module. Devren's got a podcast. I may have something eventually, and I'll put it down here, along with our Patreon. It's super cool. There's a couple tiers, lots of exclusive content, and yeah. That's it. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.